Hey, my name is Brooks Lybrand, and I am joined here with Eric from Trigger.dev today. And he's going to be showing us some cool stuff about Trigger.dev and how you can integrate it into a remix app. So I'm super excited about this. And to get started, Eric, I just wanted to ask you a little bit about yourself. Who are you? How'd you get into remix? Those kind of things.
Yeah, so my name is Eric. I've been sort of in the startup world for a little while now. Um, Originally got started with Ruby on Rails back in the day, back in like version point 0.9. I still haven't watched that Ruby on Rails documentary, but I didn't do that. And yeah, so did a bunch of startups, have some successful, lots of not successful ones, and yeah, so that brings me up to what was it, the beginning of 2022. I was working at a startup, and I wanted to do me and a couple friends that worked there wanted to do a side project, and we've been wanting to build this JSON viewer. We had this idea for building like a better JSON viewer, JSON beautifier thing, just because we worked with JSON a lot, and we sort of didn't like anything that was out there. And so we were looking around, and we were like, yeah, we want to build it with React. I'd used React a bunch in Ruby on Rails before. And, so I had that experience, but I was like, I want to use like a modern, React framework. And so we were thinking about using Next. And I honestly think the day I was looking into it was the day that Ryan posted the remix versus Next blog post. And I was like, oh, cool.
Nice.
This is good timing. And I read that and I was like, geez. It was like, yes. Thank God that was posted, because, I come from, like I said, Rails. And so I'm used to, server-side rendering, and I'm used to that kind of paradigm. And Remix like made a whole lot more sense. Like I had sort of dabbled in what's it called, SPAs and stuff before, just like, messing around, trying stuff out. And I sort of was like, what are we doing? And it just seemed like it was it just didn't match my, like, the way I thought about how things should work. Yeah. And then Remix came around. I was like, yeah. So we built basically, we were like, yes, okay, we'll use Remix. And we built like a very non-remixy app called JSON Hero. If you look at the code, it's JSON, just search for it on Google or whatever. It's open source. And it's very much like we were learning we were doing some wrong things, let's put it that way. So we were like, that's fine. But it was like a good learning experience. And like eventually it clicked. And we were like, Remix, this is how you sort of use it. And we built that. I was still kind of working on another company, and I started building an internal CMS using Remix.
Okay. Yeah.
And so that got to be pretty large, like a decent number of pages. And that was like, that was when I really got pretty good at and being productive with Remix, and sort of learning like, I guess that was when I learned basically what was like, it's almost like progressive enhancement. I always think about it like, you don't even have to start with being progressively enhanced or optimistic or anything, but you can progress to it. And it's like, you don't have to change everything. Like the reason why, when I really was like, okay, Remix, this is exactly what I want, is that you can, especially, okay, so I'm building an internal CMS, right? I don't like have time or like really care as much about most of the pages being nicely optimistic. So I can just crank out pages, like reload the document. I don't, it's fine. And then like, okay, at this page, I actually do want like a bit of more of a better experience, and I want to control it and optimistic it and stuff. And I can do that. And it's like, instead of being like, oh, now I need to re-architect everything, I can just add that in. And so that was when I really was like, okay, now I'm like Remix for life kind of thing. So,
that's awesome. Yeah. No, I think that's a story like we don't tell enough. Is like, you're right. It's not only progressive enhancement for like the user. It's progressive enhancement for the developer. Like the story of building out the optimistic, like adding in the client stuff. It's iterative. It's additive. It's not like, like you said, it's not like, oh, now you have to use a different loader. Like, you have to completely change everything. So
yeah, exactly. Awesome. And it was honestly like that. Plus the nested routing That really was like, oh, this is so good, because in Rails, you have routes, and it's sort of, you have all the URLs and they point to a route, but it's like one you get. So it's like, okay, I have to do everything in that one, controller or whatever. And then that controller has to render the entire page. And there's all these other like hacks that you can try to do, like different stuff, but it was always very painful because you'd have to like create all these partials, and like you'd have to then reuse the partials and pass stuff in, and like make sure you fetch everything from all the routes, no matter where you are on the tree. And then, so it kind of had that experience. And then with nested routing, you're like, okay, now like I just have to care about that one little part for that one, that one part of the page, which is like, the whole RSC thing and everything. Like it's pretty close to being like, it is like it. I know people don't really talk about it like that, but to me, like the loader and the component is sort of similar thing. It just, the only thing I guess is like, it's part of the URL. Like that's the only and which I definitely see the point of like RC for that, but it's not far away anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. And then tell me a little bit about Trigger.dev. Like how did this project start? What is it? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. So this started last year or late last year. We got into Y Combinator on a different idea. And so we had JSON Hero. We left the startup. We started this other thing called API Hero. We're really good at naming stuff, as you can see. And then we shelved that and we pivoted to something else, what we're working on now, which is Trigger.dev. And that is, we call it like a background jobs framework. So it's like an entire way of writing your code that allows you to do long running stuff, and stuff that like kind of, you might have to kind of reach to, microservices for, or, stringing some lambdas together, or like, step functions, or like all those kind of stuff. But we found a while to write it in a way where it's just in your code base, it's deployed with your code, and it sort of has all the benefits still of being able to do stuff over kind of long periods of time, doing multiple kind of, tasks that sort of interact with each other, with like transactional guarantees and stuff. And it's sort of called like, people call it all sorts of different stuff, like durable execution or like a workflow engine, but we call it background jobs, because it sort of fits. So we built that off of, that is using Remix. So we use that we have a dashboard, where you can kind of see all the logs, of your job runs and everything. And then, it also kind of powers, it's the dashboard, the API server, and sort of all the back end, all the other sort of like background stuff that's happening all in one. It's like a open source project, plus like a bunch of SDK stuff. Nice. So that's what Trigger.dev is. And we use Remix again for that, because we're very productive. Let's see. So like I was saying, we launched, I think we launched in January, actually, this year. And then we spent about 3 months in YC. And then at the end of YC, we decided to rebuild the entire thing. Because that's what so that was, we built it again, like literally from scratch.
Wow.
Because we almost everyone who's kind of coming towards us to use us they were on serverless. And we only supported, our first version, we only supported long running servers, which is like, it makes a lot of sense. Obviously, like people on serverless sort of need this more than people on long running servers. But so we kind of had to re-architect everything. The first one was also way too complicated. So we simplified the architecture and we rewrote it. So we launched that in like September. So we've written it twice, and by far, like when we get to the dashboard, like we can get stuff done really quickly there. Yeah. Because that's the Remix part. And honestly, like we're building out an API server right now for something else, and we're using Remix. We're just like, we like the ergonomics of Remix even for API stuff. Yeah. So we're using that there as well. Yeah.
Nice. That's super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never actually used Trigger.dev, so I'm super excited to jump into it. My understanding is that you kind of have like a little bit of a demo kind of to work through. Maybe, yeah, you want to talk about
Yeah.
that a little?
Yeah. So I was playing around with the jokes app that you guys have on your docs page. And I was thinking, in light of of the weekend's craziness, maybe we should use OpenAI to generate the jokes instead of having to write them themselves. Because I honestly, when
Cool.
I got to that part, I was like, "What? I don't know." And, uh, all I know are
I got to come up with these
dad
myself. Yeah.
jokes. So yeah, we can get OpenAI to kind of generate them for us.
Nice.
And then we'll do that in using Trigger.dev. And then maybe
Sweet.
we'll do something extra like send an email or something
Okay. Cool.
when that's done. But it's just a little bit of a taste of like the stuff that you can do. And it's about we'll go through it kind of when we do, but
Yeah.
it's sort of doing it in a way that'll work more reliably, especially if you deployed a serverless and you're worried about timeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So OpenAI, some of the models are faster than others. And for example, I don't know, we could use, if we use the new GPT-4 Turbo, which is ironically slower, then yeah, you definitely would hit like a 10-second timeout if that's what you're on.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do it in a way where it's, we actually will run the actual request for you. And so it doesn't that request is completely offloaded from your serverless function. But we'll get into that when we go through it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, let me just start sharing my screen and we'll jump into it.
One thing I did want to know is that if anyone wants to check out our repo, it's on GitHub. You can go to Trigger.dev and then it'll be on the top. Yeah.
Link, yeah.
Yeah, right there. Oh no, it's a Discord link.
Sorry. I don't know my icons clearly.
It's cool. Yeah, no one right next to that one.
Oh my
with the
gosh,
star.
sorry.
It's cool.
Can't even see. Cool. Okay.
You can't actually get someone to star GitHub from like a link. That would be nice.
Yeah, what a bummer.
There we go. We're getting one more. But yeah, it's our Remix app is in there if anyone wants to check it out. So it's under apps, web app.
Oh, cool.
And then they can, because it's a mono repo. So yeah, you can check out
awesome.
all the Remix. Sweet. Recently upgraded to 2.1.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next upgrade should be pretty easy. I think 2.3.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Vite stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, I know they had in let's see if I can just get to the page really fast.
What, 2.3 just came out? Yeah.
Yeah, we just had that's not right. 2.3, and I know it had a ton of fixes. It hasn't stabilized it just yet. I'm not sure when exactly, but hopefully. Oh yeah, we're switching formats here.
Oh, interesting.
Hopefully it goes. Yeah, we just realized that one thing I don't like about this is a tangent, but like GitHub. Let me also hide this. This isn't a good example. I think that the 2 might be a good example of it, but it's like GitHub will eventually just stop rendering information, which is really annoying. Yeah, it's just like so arbitrary as to when that dropped off, and not everyone's gonna think, oh, like I need to click this to go see this full. So we were annoyed by that, and then also we just felt like it's a little bit. Oh man, see now I've already lost it. It's a little bit like easier to search. Like honestly, I'm such a like Command F kind of person. So like if I want to look up everything for Vite, like this is way easier for me. Than to have to like go through all them. So anyway, sorry, that's like a super small change, but yeah, we're going to one big change log. But yeah, so cool. I hope those next upgrades are incredibly easy. Sweet.
Well, it wasn't hard. The going from one, I think we were on 119.3 or 2 or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And then we went to 2, and it wasn't that hard. I think the biggest changes were just like, I think some of the types changed. Loader function args, action args, and then some of the use matches stuff changed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And we didn't have that much in the meta tag stuff, which we need to do. But yeah, we didn't have that much of that for you. But
yeah, and even with that one, here it is. There's like even on remix.run, we're like pretty heavily using this remix run v1 meta. Just kind of incrementally updating this as we want to. So it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it was nice. Cool. Yeah, the upgrade stuff, like very, very impressive. Whoever came up with the future flags idea, it's like Very, very cool.
Yeah, I am a big fan as well. I'm not actually, I still need to get to who created it because I know Matt wrote the article. I'm not sure if it was like mostly his idea or what, but yeah, no, I mean, I really like it. It's been super helpful and should make V3 easy as well. Yeah, should keep being easy. All right, cool.
That's what we like. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna download this.
So yeah, that's the wrong repo, by the way.
Oh, it is?
It's in the examples repo now, yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. And I probably could have read that, so.
No,
but this.
Oh yeah, this also doesn't work.
Goodness, this is great.
Because this also is redirecting. You can see there. Yeah.
Oh wait, did I go to? Okay, so.
No, you're in read. No, it's there. You see it in the middle there.
Beautiful. We should probably update that.
I'm pointing at my screen like you can see what I'm doing.
No, you're good. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah, so we got jokes. So is it this one then?
Yeah, underscore official jokes. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you have to just I don't know how you want to do it. If you want to download it.
Let me see if this works. Because I think this is the way it should work. So I should just be able to do like npx create.
I was wondering about that.
And then I think you said, or you told me offline, it should be 1.19.3. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then this should work. It might not.
That's cool.
If it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So which is really nice, especially for this, because it's like this is in like I don't want to download the entire examples.
Yes.
Just to get this one example.
Okay.
So we'll call it jokes.
I should.
And then, okay, cool.
TypeScript.
Okay, so it says seeing this come up. This says using the old one, which is good. I think this is what I want. So we're just gonna try running through this and hope this all works.
So it'll pick up the version that the CLI is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So
the CLI rewrites the package JSON. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we try to version this. If I understand, like, because the way this works, we can look while this is downloading. Inside the package.json file here, there's so these stars. I'm trying to remember if those stars, like, if we go ahead and just inject, or if those stars will not be overridden. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Definitely putting a lot of assumptions into this.
This is really interesting. Yeah.
So we'll go into jokes, and then so the first thing we want to do is definitely go to the package. Okay, cool. So that looks good. That did what I hoped it did.
Cool.
Feeling good so far. Nice. All right. Assume you probably want to run it once just to make sure it's actually working.
Yeah, you'll need to run the migrate script.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
It's in the README. Yeah.
Yeah. That's always a good idea, is to go to the README first. Okay. So intro. So we're first going to we did that one. So we should do this.
Yeah. I think you might have to run it twice.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Well, first create .m file. So just copy that, copy that.
Oh, right. Okay. So basically
that should be in the instructions, actually.
I also kind of wish it would just like automatically do that, and then like there's like a remix in it file, but whatever. It's all good.
That could be good.
Yeah, this probably could use a little bit of update. This is like, it's not deprecated, but this is not like the official thing anymore, but still good to keep this stuff up to date. All right, so npx, right? Oh, no, we do not want to do that again. Oh my goodness. Okay, so migrating.
Yeah, so you run it one more time. Maybe.
You want to run it again?
It'll work, cool. Yeah. What? I'm installing it again. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know why it was installing it again. That's probably something in my settings.
I think it was, I don't know, maybe the erase condition with the seed file or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Cool.
So what the idea was, so when you hit add your own joke, this is what I was doing, is you have to create an account.
Is there a seed?
I think so, but I couldn't figure out what it was. It wasn't working. You just created a new account. It's fine.
I used to know what it was. It's like,
it was
Rachel. Oh wait,
there's like Cody or something. No, I know.
Oh, is it Cody? Oh, it used to be like Rachel.
Work.
What? No.
Try it. Try it. Yeah, I tried it.
No. Yeah. All right, whatever. That's fine.
Just create an account.
Very cool. Okay, when I add my own.
Yeah, so I was thinking the name's fine. We keep that, and then the content becomes like the prompt. So instead of actually writing the you can just say like that will already be in there maybe or whatever.
Okay.
It could just it would be like write
like
a joke about and then this whatever you put in there. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And then we'll have it. Well, we need to add a new column called like generated content.
Okay.
And that'll be on the joke table. So we could do that before we do anything else.
Okay, cool. So like back here, basically. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right, what do you want me to open up?
So schema, and then just under the content thing. No, just another column. Yeah.
Okay, under and joke.
Just called generated content, and it's an optional string.
All right, how do you? Is it?
Just other way around, string question mark.
No, that makes sense.
It's get rid of that. There you go.
Cool. Okay.
And then just do npx Prisma and migrate dev. Yeah, and then just I don't know, whatever you want to call it. That works.
There you go. That's my only joke for today.
Nice.
Okay.
And then run it again. So the other changes we'll need to make is to showing the generated content. So there's two places we need to do that. I think if you open up if you go to the new route, jokes new. So this is the page. This is the page that shows the form, which is kind of where we're gonna be doing some stuff. Okay. But as you can see here, let's just do the. Actually, let's not do the optimistic thing first. Let's do the actual display. So if you go to joke display, wherever that is.
Is it like this thing or no?
Yeah. The component. Okay. Not sure where that lives. Oh no! Yeah. Scroll up. There you go. A joke display.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's like an actual joke display.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah. So that joke type there, you need to add the generated content to that. I don't know. Do you know how to do that? Yeah. Okay.
Like this?
There you go. Yeah. And then in here, just add another, block to that shows the generated content.
Like this. Is this good?
Yeah. That works for now. You could, we could obviously spice it up.
Make it a little prettier. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so you can see we have a little error there. So this is good.
Over here.
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah. So as you see up there, we're not passing generated content because for some reason it has to be null. It's like null. It's not like undefined. So
okay.
Yeah. So this will be this is the optimistic side.
Yeah.
So that's that. Obviously, the optimistic side won't have the generated content because we're going to do that on the server.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, you could always do that. That's true. Also, I just want to make a note. Like this is an example. But this isn't probably how you do. Like if you were specifically working with OpenAI and like making this app as good as you can. You probably wouldn't do it like this. You'd want to stream it in. But yeah, anyways, this is just I just wanted to make a note of that because I know people are going to be like, why aren't you streaming it? Yeah.
Totally. It's just doing a really simple version of it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, sweet.
Okay. So this is, I think this is good for the, let's check it first. That could work. Okay, cool. So eventually this will show, I don't know what that link does, by the way, but eventually this will then show
Cool.
But as you can see, so when you hit, submit, it's very fast. But while the request is happening, while the action is being called, you will not be redirected to the new URL. So if you were to do this, if you actually did like the OpenAI stuff in the action, and sending the email, like updating something in the database and stuff, that URL would stay at joke/new until all that was finished, which isn't probably what you want. So one of the nice things about if you're doing it, moving to something like Trigger.dev for that, you would be able to like immediately, jump to the joke page, and then the rest of it would kind of come in when it's finished. Well, we can I'll show you how we do it.
Sure. That sounds cool.
Yeah. So I think we could set up we could add Trigger.dev now, probably.
Okay. Sure.
To the project. So if you go to Trigger.dev.
Cool. This
and
will
then
be,
we have so we have a cloud product, but we also it's an open source product. We have a Docker image you can run, yourself. And if you have a Docker image plus a Postgres database, that's all you need. But well, for this example, by the way, that's all changing soon. So
okay, cool. Sorry, you don't mean to show things that are not true anymore.
we're working on that right now.
Cool.
But yeah, so the hosted version just allows you to sort of get up and running really quickly. But yeah, we have people hosting it themselves. You can actually host it like we have like people are hosting it on their Supabase databases because it's just Postgres. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, so that all works. But yeah, for this example, we'll use the cloud.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So I need to, I guess,
log in or create the account. Yeah.
Let's do GitHub. This should be fine.
Yeah.
And then, my name.
Yeah, just
cool.
Whatever you want to call it.
Shopify. Name. Demo joke.
Oh, we have a Shopify integration that's almost ready.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's not the simplest API in the world, but
yeah.
So
awesome,
yeah, Remix. We have a little helper thing here, so
nice.
Shouldn't be too bad. But when you paste that in, it will show the API key. So.
Okay, let me. I'll just do that one step in a separate window.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to see it. Okay, I think I can bring it back now. Okay, so that's running.
Yeah, and then that's it. And then you will after that run dev again, and then run this.
Wow.
The next one is a separate 10, so you can open those side by side.
Okay, yeah. So let me get that set up. Just get these side by side. Okay, so stop this one. So I'll be running dev here.
Yeah.
And then this one here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
and then let's see. This is done. Okay.
Cool. So
Sweet. Okay. So you want me to run those?
Yeah, run the server first. It should start 3000 and then you can run the dev command. So this will basically it kind of lets us know about all the background jobs you've got and everything, and it allows us to kind of tunnel from the cloud to your local server. You can see that we're actually just using ngrok.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like if you have ngrok installed, it'll use your ngrok or free ngrok. So yeah. Oh, we missed the fireworks. Oh man.
What?
It's cool.
Was I supposed to do something? Yeah.
If you go back to Trigger.dev, you can see the job. We create an example job for you.
Oh, over here.
Yeah, and it did fireworks, but we missed it.
I'm so sorry, man. I like to jump around too much. I can't wait for the fireworks.
We spent a lot of time on those fireworks.
Man, I'm so sorry I missed that. That's awesome though. Very cool.
But yeah, so we created. We'll go and look what happened, but this is an example job, which just so happens to be a joke that has nothing to it was complete coincidence.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So you can see your runs in here. You can initiate tests and stuff.
Cool.
So we'll go to the code and look at what happened.
This code over here.
So we don't. So just to clarify, and I think we need to do a better job of kind of explaining how this works. But you don't ship code to us. Like we don't know what your code is. We don't run it for you or anything. Okay. All we do is sort of orchestrate with your server the running of the jobs and stuff, and we kind of take care of making sure that like things will retry or resume or whatever, all that sort of orchestration stuff. But the actual code is running in your server wherever you deploy it. Which one of the benefits of that is you have access to your database, you have access to like other internal services if you need to, or your types, like everything sort of just works because it's on your server. I think we'll eventually release something that allows you to run like ship code to us and run it like on our servers, but that's like coming down the line. But for now, it's all actually happening in here. So as you can see, we have a new endpoint. You can see it in the logs there, APS, the post/API/trigger. So that's how we communicate with your jobs. So if you go to routes API.trigger, so this is we have a remix adapter here. that creates the remix route for you. And then that trigger client thing is also, we've automatically created that. So yeah, that that's all set up. And we've added the environment variables for you.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then so that's all. And then we do this export thing where we export the jobs here, so they're picked up basically. So this was the example job that we added. You can just try running it in the if you go back to the dashboard and just go to test. Yeah, you can kind of see. Just hit command enter and it'll run. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So this is obviously just a very contrived example. We're sort of showing off a few different features here. Sure. Like we have logs, tasks. You can wait, for however long you want, up to like a year.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is how the run. This is like a single run. You see all the tasks that happen. You can see their logs. You can kind of view the progress, look at all the input outputs and all that sort of stuff. Which is nice.
Where's the punchline to the joke?
Oh, it's down there. Answer, because 7, 8, 9. And 40, 49 was next.
Nice.
Bad.
Nice. There you go. That's terrible.
We're like we struggled with that one. Anyways, yeah, it's just a example so you can sort of see it running. But yeah, so we're gonna create a new job basically, and we'll put our OpenAI stuff and everything in there. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, so to create a new job, you actually go back to your code base.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't put code in Trigger. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you actually just write in here, and then we pick it up automatically.
Okay. Yes. Sweet.
So if you go to back to that job file, we can just reuse that file.
The example one, this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I would just copy that. And then we'll just get rid of a bunch of stuff, and then
this whole thing.
Yeah, and maybe not change the name. I guess I don't know why that's being exported actually. Oh, maybe that's for.
Or wasn't it?
I know why it's for. It's for so it doesn't get tree shaked out or something like that. I can't remember why we did that. We did that for some reason, but yeah. Cool. So we just read jokes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then change the ID. And you can feel free to clean up the comments there. Since
Make it a little simpler. So this is generates a joke using OpenAI. Is it like that?
Okay,
the casing. Okay, cool.
And then so we're using an event trigger. So you can send us events, and you can trigger jobs on events. We support cron and intervals and webhooks and manually invoking jobs, and sort of this is just the way of specifying how does the job get run, or what causes it to get run. Okay, cool. So the event trigger is sort of a simple one to get started with. So we'll have a new event, and we'll call it job.created. So we can do that. So this is what you want to specify in the event trigger there. So the name will become job or jokes.created.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool. And then just erase everything inside the run function.
Inside a run. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll explain the run function in a second.
Sure, of course.
It's pretty self-explanatory. The payload will be the event payload. So right now it's typed as any, but you could supply a SOD schema to type it. But we'll just keep it any for now.
Sure.
And then IO, we'll see that in a second. That's how you do tasks and stuff.
Okay, cool.
And we'll check that. And then the context parameter is just all sorts of stuff about the environment and the project and the run and extra stuff that you can get access to. But anyways, so this is where we're gonna do the work. Cool. So when a joke is created, we're going to find it. So we're actually just going to send the ID to the job in the event. So the first thing we need to do is get the joke from the database.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So do we need to like import Prisma, or I don't remember.
I think it's DB. It's called DB from.
I'll just like see if it.
You just do type DB and it'll work. Yeah.
There we go. Cool.
So you just So jokes find.
Is it find?
I would do joke.find, not jokes. Yeah. I would do find unique or throw just because.
Okay. Oh, or throw.
Yeah. Then you don't have to worry about like checking for undefined. Okay. Yeah.
Is this thing right? Is
that correct? Yeah. That's good. So we'll just pass in the ID. So you're just sending us the ID, and then assign that to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good?
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. And then it's complaining because you haven't used it yet, but we'll fix it. Okay. So now we're going to the first thing we're gonna do is generate the joke.
Okay.
So we need to add our OpenAI integration. So you can open the terminal. We'll add it's a different package. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need a new terminal? I assume. Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah. So just do like npm add at Trigger.dev. Yeah, and add.
Oh, right. Okay.
Install works as well.
Right.
But it's at Trigger.dev.
Oh,
which, by the way, you know you could do this. You could have dots in the npm.
Nope, that was like throwing me. I was like, "There's no way this is gonna work."
Yeah, it works.
That's cool.
And then / OpenAI, like the dashes or anything. Yeah, just like that.
Cool.
Yep.
Right. Okay, cool.
So
I don't think I ever knew that npm add works. Like I knew that was for Yarn, but I don't know. I've just always done install. Cool. All right.
Yeah, because so you just use the same exact thing for PNPM, Yarn, and npm, which is nice.
Cool.
So I'll sort of explain more about how our integrations work as we go along. But you don't necessarily, like, for example, we didn't have to use our OpenAI integration to use, to integrate with an API. It's just we do things that make it a lot easier to do that. So
that makes sense.
We'll, before we do anything here, we need to first define the integration. So we'll just do that right above where the job is defined.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can just do like const OpenAI equals new OpenAI, and then you can see, there you go. And now give it pass it an object. And then you pass an ID. So this is anything.
Sure.
It could be anything. Yeah. It doesn't.
Cool.
And then pass the API key. There you go. And that would become from environment. Yeah, there you go. So you'll need to add that. Well, this is something you add yourself, right?
So we haven't added it yet. Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Cool. So again, we support obviously OpenAI only works with API keys, and because this is on your server, you just have your environment variables like normal. For stuff like for example, our GitHub integration, we actually do support like OAuth, and you can OAuth the GitHub integration through like the Trigger.dev interface. So we do support other types of auth. It's just API key auth is just on your server. So
okay, cool.
So we'll have to add that. But let's before we do that, let's just finish actually using it.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Wait. No, I changed my mind.
You want to add it? Okay.
Add it first. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull this over here again. Actually don't even know. Yeah.
Do you need a key?
Can you throw me one just because I don't have this set up at the moment to grab one?
Yeah, just remind me to make sure.
I promise I will not.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I will definitely remind you after this.
Where are we at?
Abuse it.
There we go. Yeah. I'll send you Discord.
Sure, that sounds great.
There you go.
All right. Oops. All right, so let me just make sure those are called the same thing.
I mean, assuming OpenAI is still working at the moment, I'm not sure.
Hope it is. All right, cool. I think we're good.
Okay. So now the only one thing you have to do now is pass in. There's a new key to pass into the job, the job called integrations.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an object, and then just pass in the OpenAI thing. Yeah, exactly. That you just created.
Cool.
Yeah. Wait, so this basically lets the job know, like, cool. This job is going to be using this integration.
That's cool. Okay, nice.
And we support different kinds of, like, so I was saying before, this is API key auth. We actually support, like, if you have auth from your users, like, for example, if you're using clerks, you know, and you're collecting, like, authentication for, like, Slack, for their Slack, we have a way of, like, hooking into that, and that works with our integration. So,
that's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, you can sort of, like, you can use auth from different variety of places. Yeah.
No, that's super nice.
But this is just like, it makes sense to use our own auth here. So we'll do that. Sure. So, okay, now we're ready to sort of write the code that actually calls the API.
Okay.
So let's, well, first let's create a prompt. Why don't we do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inside of like the routes again.
No, just here. In the,
sorry, like
variable.
A prompt too. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Just do like const prompt equals, and then and just say something like, please write a really funny joke that's family friendly. I'm sure it's fine. About, and then, enter, the joke.content.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. I like it.
And then, okay, so we have the prompt, and now we're just going to call the OpenAI thing. So you do like const completion equals, or let, whatever you like using. I noticed that, like, is it Ryan who likes to use let? Okay.
Yeah, Ryan just likes to make people mad. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, like, I get it. Honestly, it probably would be better. Like, const isn't saving you as much as you think. It's probably overhead for new developers, but but also at this point, unfortunately, if I do this, new developers are like, why are you using let, not const? And so I don't know. I think it's a distraction.
It's one of those things. It's always going to be something to argue about. So.
Oh, totally.
So one thing before you do that, do IO dot, and then you'll see.
Oh wait, like here?
Yeah.
IO dot. Okay.
Okay. So these are sort of everything you can do sort of with the system, all the actions you can perform. So there you go. You saw it there.
Nice. Okay. So I was wondering because I was like, why would we pass it into here? Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Because like. So in this example, it's very simple, right? Like the API key is coming from your server, but like for OAuth or that, when you're defining, like the auth is resolving with the external provider, like it has to kind of come through in a different way. So this is how that all sort of works together. So we sort of take care of that for you. But yeah, so now OpenAI chat completions.
Oh, yeah.
And then create, and now this is exactly it's like almost exactly like the normal creation SDK, right? And actually we're using the SDK under the hood, but there's one difference, and it's a little bit complicated. But I'll just say the first parameter is always a string.
Okay.
And think of it like a cache key for a task in the run. So pass a string to create. It could be anything, right? So I would call it something like completion or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
It could be an emoji. I like using emojis, just because it really doesn't matter what it is. There you go. Yes. Okay. So now the second parameter is like what you'd usually pass to that, and it's an object. I'll sort of talk you through what it is. So you enter messages. It's an array, and then an object in there, and there's a role key. That's user. Yep, and then a text. I think.
Is it? I don't know.
Is it text? Content. Yeah. And that's the prompt. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then you need the model. So I think you should just do model : after this. Yeah.
Out here.
and then open a string. There you go. So I don't know, pick whichever one you feel like. I guess the GPT-4, man.
Yeah, it's the safest. Cool.
Okay. And then if you hover over completion, you can see the type. Yeah, so it's a chat completion. It's exactly the same type as from the SDK.
Cool.
And so that'll give us. Let's just save this, and then we'll actually run it. In fact, is it going to complain because you're not using or will that work? Well, we'll see, I guess.
Is this, I mean, this isn't going to be logged anywhere,
right? It will on the dashboards. That's what I want to show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just declaring it as a variable. Cool.
Yeah. So we can try this out. So we need to do one more thing.
Oh, sure.
We need to send the event so that'll trigger this. So if you go back to the jokes new, yes, and then the action where the joke is created.
Okay.
Yeah. So right after the joke is created.
Then down here we get the fields, and there's the joke we created.
Yeah. Do await client, and then hit enter there, and then do call .send event. There you go, and give it an object, with a name, and that would be joke. Yeah, name joke.created, and then payload, and that has the joke. The ID is joke ID. Yeah.
Yeah. What did we actually? Let me check really fast.
I think it was ID.
Was it?
Yeah.
ID?
Payload ID. Yeah.
Payload ID. Yeah. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, that's it.
Cool.
So this will send an event to Trigger.dev, and then we'll be like, oh, you want to, trigger this job, and then we'll do all the triggering and running it and all that sort of stuff. So,
cool.
So yeah, if you I think you're already running everything still, right?
I think so. Let me close this. I might need to rerun this just because we installed some stuff, I think.
Yeah.
So I'll run this one and then
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you go back to the Trigger.dev dashboard, you'll see the new job in there if you refresh. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Yep. And it shows, you've got the integration there and everything. So yeah, now we could just go and test it, but let's actually create a new joke and see the whole thing work.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this like pretty real time to where when I run this, we'll see it kind of immediately in here?
This page will need to be refreshed. We haven't we haven't made this page live yet. The run page will be live yet.
Let's see if the content will let me. Oh my
gosh.
They have okay. Let's get rid of that. The joke is too short. Where is that? Yeah, we'll just get rid of this.
Yeah.
Where is that? Oh man, come on.
Oh, just maybe make it like 2 or something.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So we did that.
Now if you go to Trigger and refresh. There you go.
Cool.
That was fun to finish already. That was fast.
Yeah.
So
that was pretty fast.
You can see that we had the tasks there. So you can see the event that was triggered. So that has the ID of the joke in it, and over there on the right. Mm-hmm. And then if you click on the task, the chat completion task there, you can see the input and the output.
Okay.
So
cool.
you get an idea of like what you're actually getting back. And we do stuff like we make it easy to kind of see some of the important information for OpenAI. It's like the usage and the rate limits and stuff because people hit rate limits on there all the time. Yeah. So So now we just need to save the generated content, in the database.
Yeah.
And so,
like this, or
yeah. So let's just do it like this, and then I'll talk through a different way of doing it.
Oh, okay.
No,
cool.
It's fine. It's cool. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got this. I'll do its thing, and then no, we don't need
punchline. Oh, that would have been a better.
That would have been better
for the call. Oh. It's got it right there. Actually, there's choices, think it's choices 0, and then dot. I don't think it's dot text.
Sorry, hold on. There we go.
Yeah,
message. That would make sense.
No, message dot text, I think.
Oh, okay.
Content. Message
content. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. There's so many different words that could be used.
We should have looked on the dashboard. They would have given. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, you're totally right. We had it all there.
Yeah. Choices.
Cool.
Okay.
So
this
that'll
will
go
save
ahead
it. And you gotta await that, but because you.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, and everything should be just updated, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So apples.
And then
there we go.
Yes, it doesn't automatically. Yes, and there's a way we can fix that. I'm not sure we're gonna have time necessarily to fix that right now.
Okay.
But the example I have, we have like these React hooks you can use to like automatically get the status back of the jobs, and you can use that. Actually, you can actually use it to like pass the joke, like as it's getting updated to the front end, and then use that to render the joke.
That's cool.
Yeah, it might take a little too long to do. I could maybe send you the code. But yeah, but let me actually interesting. Just quickly, let's go back to the thing. So when you updated the job there, that's fine. That works. But the way the system works is because this is the sort of the last thing you did. It's sort of fine. But everything sort of should be wrapped in like a task. And you saw that when the integrations do that automatically for you, so you didn't have to do it there.
That's
like
nice.
we did it for you. And the way it works is because like imagine you have like a job like this that does like 100 different things or like 50 different things. Obviously, you're not really going to be able to run all those inside of one serverless function execution. Yeah. And so we break everything down to tasks, and then we do like them in chunks. And that's why I said like the cache key is important, because it's like that identifies that task, and it won't redo that work, right? So like It will only do work for that task key once, because we ended up we will possibly run the run function like many times, right?
Oh, okay.
Because if there's an error, well, we have to exit and rerun everything.
Yeah.
And so that's why that like everything having it being inside of a task makes sense. So you'd actually want to update the database is to wrap that in a task.
So the IO.
So IO.run task. Yeah. So it's sort of this is like everything ends up using run task. So that's the cache key. And then you give it a callback function. Yeah, using callback.
Oops. Okay,
and
cool. Okay, and then all this can just be...
Yeah.
Or no?
Yes, just take that and put it inside there. Yeah. Yep.
Nice. Okay, that makes sense.
And then you can, there's a third parameter you can pass. So let's just do this really quick because it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's a third parameter after the callback, and you can give it like a name. The task, you can give it like with an object. Sorry.
Oh, an object with a name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we give it like an icon. So
like
another key, called icon, and then just say database. We use tabular icon, so that'll work. And then also you need to await the whole run task thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, and then you can go back to the dashboard, and then just hit rerun job at the top there, top right.
Up here, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, there. Now you see now you've updated the job, you updated the joke inside of a task. You can see it there.
Nice. Yeah. That's cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I assume, just really quick, like we didn't need to wrap this in a task just because it's like fine if that runs multiple times. Is that the thought process?
You could have definitely.
Okay.
But it also is fine if you don't, right? Because it'll just run that query again. So
yeah, that makes sense. How
And
would I
then,
like if I did run that though? I do need this joke because I use
yeah,
it
you
like
can
here.
output stuff from the tasks. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can
Yeah.
do like or even here you could say,
Yeah.
return,
You could
something.
return
And then
the updated joke.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And yeah. So yeah, that worked. And yeah, so the sort of longer version of this, you can create these like special status objects in here to and then like put data in it, and then get that in your front end through our React hooks.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And sort of like you can live update data that's happening in your background job like that.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, so that's one way to do it. You could do it yourself, like using SSE, like an SSE endpoint, if you wanted to, because it's just APIs, at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another way to do it. But yeah, I'm not sure that's maybe the exercise for for the next time.
For the reader. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's kind of the high level. We have our integrations sort of provide these tasks for you, but they also do triggers as well. So OpenAI doesn't have any, but like Stripe, for example, it's very easy to get Stripe webhooks. We have a really cool Supabase one where you can get jobs can be triggered on database changes, which is really cool. And we have a lot of people using that to do some cool stuff. So yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, I got one more. Let's see. All right, let's see what this gives me. Just got to keep refreshing till it comes up.
Yeah. There's maybe one other thing to show. Let's see if this is good.
Okay, why was Eric excited to use Trigger.dev with Brooks to integrate OpenAI? Eric said, now we don't need to bother with a deck of joke cards ever again, Brooks. Our tech skills have finally outsmarted our absolute lack of comic timing.
Wow.
It's a very long joke.
That's good. That's something.
Awesome. Sweet.
Yeah. One other quick thing to show.
Sure.
Oh yeah, and if you go back to the code, so we in the OpenAI call here, we're actually just calling the SDK, and so that's running on your wherever you're deployed, right? But OpenAI, like a lot of these endpoints are, especially if you have like a big context or a big something big prompt, it's going to take a while to get the result. And so we have a way of running that in the background. If you just change create to background create,
that's cool.
That will actually cause it to, will do the actual request for you, and then we'll resume the job with the response. So you can just rerun it, and you'll see this. It's like slightly different. Yeah. So a joke about something. Yeah. This should be interesting. So I hit that. Yeah. And then, here we go.
Cool. So now background chat. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So now it's background, and you see that little subtask there. I didn't mention this before. So there's a subtask on the background chat completion. If you expand that, so that's the fetch request. That's actually happening. Yeah. And so we'll do that on our servers, and then we'll resume the run after it's done.
Cool.
And we have a few different things like that. So that's like called background fetch. Like anyone can use that. We have background polling, so you can like poll a URL, and then as soon as like it matches something, we also have like task webhook URLs, so you can like create a task and then say whenever this URL gets hit, like resume at that point. So you just call it background fetch.
Fetch. Okay. Poll.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's just another like tool to sort of, if you have like 10-second or even 30-second timeouts on your serverless functions, like you might be running into
the way
problems. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. That's super cool. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And yeah, it's really, really helpful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. And anything else before I stop sharing my screen?
I mean, there's a lot, but that's what I can think of at the moment. But yeah, so if you're interested in Trigger.dev, I mean, we'd be super keen to get anyone to try it, plus maybe even contribute. There's lots of like open issues and stuff. We had a Hacktoberfest thing happen recently, and we had tons of people like contributing, and that was great. And yeah, so
Awesome.
it's quite an active project. We have funding and everything, so we're going to be around for a while. And yeah, just try to make it better a bit every day.
That's awesome.
Right? Thanks to Remix, it's pretty easy.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's super cool.
And it's we tried to use the newest Remix stuff. We haven't quite done the Vite tryout yet.
I mean, it's still unstable, at least at the time of this recording. So
we're excited for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My actually the number one, like have maybe a little feedback for you guys. I really want middleware, and I know it's coming, but like that is like number one on my wants.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
You in particular with your business probably wants middleware. I imagine that would
middleware would be sweet. And yeah, for like telemetry and all sorts of reasons, but like, yeah, it makes a lot of that really easy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the single fetch and the middleware and all that cool stuff.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, me too. And yeah, in case like you missed it or anyone else missed it, we have resumed like the roadmap planning. So we do those every 2 weeks. So yeah, definitely like, I mean, actually the best way to like show support for something is to definitely like upvote one of the RFCs. Cause I think that's theoretically how we're supposed to prioritize.
Is that in discussions? Is that
GitHub
discussions? Okay.
Yeah. That's in the GitHub discussions. And it's just like category is official RFCs. I guess I should be sharing my screen for this again.
Oh, right.
If we're going to talk about it, let me do that just for.
Yeah, it'd be cool to check out what's coming. Okay.
Yeah. So you got the official RFC. So I should actually start with the original flow. So if you're in discussions, you go to official RFCs. You can see that we got, looks like someone put up I haven't even read this one.
Wow.
Ryan put us up. Okay, some
number
storybook testing helpers. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's old.
Oh, this is old. Okay, so it had recent activity. I think is all that was saying. So I'm not even. I wonder where this is at. But I mean, it clearly has a lot of votes. So I know it's not 100%. Like some things, like we kind of have to do certain things first, as whatnot. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. So and then like I said, we have roadmap planning. So
yes,
let's see. Actually, this might be. I'm always nervous to open up YouTube and never know what's going to show up. Actually, no, I know how to do it. So YouTube/remix-run. And then if you go here, you should see live. We got roadmap planning, and that also should be like right here.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. Awesome. Very cool. Looking forward to all the new stuff. And
me too.
I'm looking forward to easily being able to upgrade to it.
Yes. Yeah, me too. I am super excited as well. Well, man, thanks so much, Eric. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate you showing me this. This is awesome. I hope lots of people go explore Trigger if they haven't before. If you have like background tasks you want to run, like I liked your idea of like sending an email, because that was one that I remember I had way back, like in my first serious job as a dev. We had to make this crazy app, but basically we did have to send emails when certain things happened. And we were using Firebase, which actually had like a pretty nice integration to do that as well.
I've used Firebase. Yeah.
Nice. So it reminds me a lot of that. But with Firebase, you were like fully bought into Firebase. You were fully bought into like, the Google cloud and whatnot. So I love how this is just like, you have so many options for like running it on your own servers or running it in a background, like on your server, like for serverless, and all these integrations are super cool. So yeah, I'm excited to see this ecosystem just grow even more and more, and see what's possible to do as a background job.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
Yeah,
all right,
thanks for having me, for sure.
Yeah, thanks again. Talk to you later.
All right, have a good one.